Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're staring towards Italy this time, not sat in it, at Sam's Diner in Freeplay. And we're waiting for our huge coal train to, well, it's coal and iron ore, to wiggle its way, wind its way down the mountain. And pasta's just here. It might take a while. Now, there's been a mixed bag in the comments about whether we should keep the excessively long, massive train on the line up in the mountains, or split it into two slightly longer trains than if we just split it in half and have those instead. Now, the reason being, which is a good point, is that people have suggested it's a bit too big for our windy mountain railway. The route it takes, it slows down quite a bit in several places. It's also crossing some junctions and sharing, as our passenger train turns up, sharing the line with passenger trains as well. Had we a dedicated freight line and much longer, straighter track, then the ginormous train would certainly work. I was a bit torn getting rid of it. It is a beauty, but I think we're going to go with splitting it in two and doing the math correctly. Thank you to everyone in the comments for pointing that out. I might have just waved it off as it being a bug, but no, I'm the bug. Yep. My math was out quite a bit. How was it out? We'll take a look at that when we split the train. But needless to say, to spoil it early, I forgot to divide the total capacity by the capacity of a wagon. What would it be? You'd need an even number of wagons as well as an even number of capacity, which you would get, wouldn't you? Yeah. Okay, let's bring up the UI and get going. What we need to do is find out where our train is. Well, there's one of our freight trains. It's still smooth. I'm happy to see some of you also gained a little bit of performance. Oh, it's there. I didn't see it. How did I not see the biggest train on our map come down the mountain? Well. I might have to look back at the footage of that. I honestly didn't see that. Yeah, so the problem is we divide 600 by 8 and it gives you, I think, 75. We would need either 76 or 74 wagons on the back of this for it to equally spread the coal and the iron. But we'll make sure when we create our new train. We're going to let this drop its load off though, as we'll make the money from it. Then when it's heading back, we'll have a shorter train. I mean, we could just sell it, to be fair, but we'll just modify it. I think that'll do us just fine. I do like this going through the yard here, but here it is holding up a junction. This is the problem that we face. We are going to keep it mixed, as I said, like this, with coal and iron. As our steel mill, where are you? Over here, takes 2 and 2, which means it was suggested in the comments, why am I taking one train with 2 types of goods on? We don't do it over here, do we? No, we've got a separate coal line and a separate iron line here. But this one, we go back into Italy. Our coal and iron are in the ideal place to take both at once. And since we make steel like this, then it is perfect, isn't it? You want to balance it absolutely perfectly. So rather than dancing around trying to get a coal and an iron train with the same rate coming from Italy to here, you might as well just throw them all on one train. So that's why I do that. But so yes, we're going to have a smaller one of these, and we're going to put that new electric wagon on as well. It never really gets up to speed anyway. We do have the new realistic brake mod installed, and that's lovely. I was asking for that way back in Transport Fever 1. I always wished for the ability to adjust the braking distances on trains, and it looks like my wish was granted, which suggests that I wasn't the only one. Yeah, back in the... I don't know whether I was saying it in the East Coast Main Line. I think I was. It goes far back as my first series on YouTube. But yeah, it's lovely to see that, isn't it? That is a long train. Although it's super long, it should make us a lot of money. If we were just off the main line like this and on a dedicated freight line, I would not mind doing this at all. I mean, it's totally acceptable, isn't it? We have a mixture of trains, or a mixture of lines. We have the coal mine up there, the iron mine up there delivering here, and then the one from Italy importing. And, well, as you can see, we still haven't fixed the iron rate, but we can adjust that as well. We might need 2 trains to keep up, or this one could be excessively long. Well, no, we do have 2 trains now. All right, I take it back. In fact, we're perfect there. We're probably playing catch up a little bit. To be fair, it can't go any faster than this. This is ideal because we're paying far less maintenance on this one, and we're obviously getting exactly. Let's have a look at the line rate. Exactly 400. Here comes the train. I thought I'd missed it for a second. This is going to help. How much is it going to earn us? I'm going to say quite a bit. It's probably worth the single journey. And we got to see like an excessive train again, but this time working on our lines. It's always worth doing. I like the way that we've got our iron train pulling up as well. This might take a little while to... it's Jeremy Irons to even out. Right, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, I love that they slow down like this. Much more realistic. 26.3 million. Good night. That's a lot. That's a big payday. It's only just dropped off. It's still not dropped off the car. Oh, okay. It's dropping off both at once. That's lovely. There we go. We've got some stores in here. We're probably going to start filling up the platform as well on our steel once this has got running. Right, let's change it though. We don't want it like this. And we do want to make sure, we absolutely want to make sure we have an even number of wagons on the back. So let's do it. Let's manage this vehicle. We're just going to replace it. And then we're going to double it up as well once it gets over to Italy. And we're going with this. I've been reliably informed. You'll like this actually once we put it on the line, what it says on the side. But I've been reliably informed that this used to take coal. 500 tons of the stuff over this very line. So it's only fitting that it's going to be our new train. Now, how long do we want it? Okay, I'm going to pluck a figure out of nowhere. I'm going to say 400 meters long, and we'll go from there. If it perfectly works, then as a divisible by 8 and leaves even number, well, 304. That should work, shouldn't it? I don't have a hang on, I have a calculator. Alrighty. No editing done there at all. There's 38 wagons, exactly what we want. Oh dear. No, I didn't just get the calculator out, honest. Yes, so 38 wagons, that is perfect. So now, there's our new train. What you'll love about this, I love this. Look at that. This is the line we're on, this mountain line. Is that one? Don't ask me to pronounce that. Lötschberg. But Simplon is the other tunnel that we go through. So it's both of them. Bern we don't have on the map, but it is technically where these lines head to anyway, or you can get to. Isn't that wonderful, guys? Isn't that wonderful? So we've got the right train for the job. Now, once we get up to our pickup point, we'll catch up with it, and we'll duplicate him once he's on the way back from the depot. I guess that will be a good time to do it. That's a bit more manageable. We might increase it another couple, but remember, we need to add 2 at a time. It's not very long now, but it's still impressively long, I would say. Probably more suited to the the winding track of the mountain railway and the many junctions that we pass. Ooh, that reminds me. We're going to do a bit of tidying of this line. This is not what you need. You want this one. Manage the line. Let's go over here. I noticed something in the cab ride. I know this is okay because it's freight, but I feel like we could maybe scoot through this spare platform here, or even this one. That is tempting to me, just in case we have our... It gives us an opportunity, you see, to pass this train. We could even share this same line both ways for this train. So that would be after the iron mine. If we go via here, see, we go through that way, and then after the freight yard, we use the same track but head the other way. There we go. So we squeeze into one track. That way we can bypass both the passenger train and the freight train. Isn't that nice? I like that. We'll see how that plays out. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Do we have our signals unlocked yet? I don't think so. Oh my days, we do. Well, we've got a busy one today. That's for sure. I've got a busy week ahead of me, replacing all of our semaphores with these fancy signals. Right, we've got to fit that in today. One thing I wanted to do... Oh, I don't know now. We should maybe do that. I was going to say, I found... I was just riding along on the buses up here. Are people still using them? I know I'm getting distracted. They are. That's wonderful. Should we replace them? Dear oh dear, these have been the same old buses forever. Now, we were using these because they were the fastest buses we have. Because if we look at these inner city buses were both 35 kilometers an hour, and we gained 5 kilometers an hour on this one. However, our newest bus is faster than the lot and carries more. So, 1.7 million. We've got plenty of money in the bank, thanks to our train. And there we go. We've got some lovely little buses heading down here. Yeah, anyway, this... I was looking at this hole here. Doesn't that cry out to be a little lake? And I thought I'd show you how to achieve that. Now, many of you know water can only be at sea level. Yeah, in this game. Not in real life. But there is a way to get around that. We need the asset deletion tool. Get rid of these trees a second, because this is going to be where our little lake is. So how do we achieve that? Nice and easy. We're going to get the terrain tools. We're going to get the flattening one. We're going to get the circle tool. We're going to stick the strength up to max. We're going to pick a point here. We're just going to make a flat bed along here. But it's also going to be probably a little higher than that. It's also going to be where the top of our water is. So our water top is going to be where the bed is. That's just how we need to do it. Could we tidy that up a little bit? That's probably a little too deep. Can we take that up just a touch? That's more than a touch, Grand. Down a little bit more, and then we'll flatten it out from there. That's a little nicer. There we go. We can smooth it out once we've got our painting done. We don't want it too deep, do we? Because we've got to remember, this is the top of the little tiny mountain lake. I do like this bit here, though. I think you can see what I'm aiming for. And up here, this is where we're going to do a bit of scenery work. And we're going to place a little house up here. I know, scenery work, guys. Who would have thought it? We're not going to be doing it for long, though. We'll get back to adding some trains on. We need that to be up there, because we need a parking area and a place for the houses. So there's that bit. We'll have a road connecting. You can see our cars there. You can also see our lovely railway down there as well. Now, this mod's installed. It's water. We've got water normal, water tropical, water green, which is the one we're going to be using. Green blue. Oh, green blue might be nice. Yeah, let's go with green blue. Now, where it says medium, have we got the strength all up? Yeah, we want it on this one. If we just paint that in, you'll see we've got little waves. Still is nice, but a little too still for my liking. So we're going with this one. You'll see it's nice, isn't it? Like there's a gentle breeze. So we're going to put this in, and we're just going to paint it roughly in place. And that's all. There we go. So it's roughly how we want it. And if we go along here, it doesn't look too bad. Right, let's get us a smaller brush. I think I'll leave it unpaused because we can see our people heading off. We're going to change brushes now. Take the strength down. Oh, I should have maybe done that before I deleted it. After I deleted it. It's fine, it's fine. We'll make it work. We'll delete all this up here and then we'll paint it how we want it. We do want a bit of grass going into the water's edge there. It's not quite how I want that. Oh, what have we got here? Douglas C-49 Skytrain and Sour. Oh dear. I'm brilliant, aren't I, at pronunciations for these names. Dear, oh dear. This isn't quite right, is it? Can we tidy that up just a little bit? We'll just go. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, so we got a fancy new truck I can't pronounce. Wonderful. We won't have too many of those then. We will, guys. Now, when you delete this, the edges here, it is reverting to what the original map is. So if the map author had been painting away as well, we'll undo his work. As it stands, it looks like we're doing all right. I don't mind the bits of grass. That's fine. How are we doing? There we go. Like that. Because we want it to feel like it's supposed to be there. It looks a bit green at the moment, granted. But that's not how it's going to stay. That's nice. We're going to tidy that up a bit. I just want to get rid of the... Let's go with this one for a second. We can have a sharp edge to it. There we go. I've tidied that up a bit. Now, this bit does not look right at all. So we'll go back with the feathered edge. And we'll get a little bit of... What do we want? Something like that? Yeah, that's the one. We'll just bring that down like that. On the sides. Over here, we do have a flat ground, don't we? Just here. We do. Let's go into our assets and pick us a lovely little house. We'll go with commerce, I think. Era A. What do we have? 3x3. Ooh, yes. This is where we're... Yes, I like these. 3x3. That looks very cafe-ish. Restaurant. Even more so. There we go. I love that. Let's put that down here. It's adding a bit to the scenery. We're going to tidy this up a little bit. Give it a little bit of a pavement area outside where we're going to have our... Actually, stick the strength up. We'll go something like that. There we go. We'll have our benches there. Out the back here, we actually want to tarmac it a little bit. Ooh, that's even better, isn't it? I like that. The old look. Yes, definitely. We'll take it all the way up to the edge here. Around there. There we go. Like that. Gently does it. Around there as well. We'll have a little road, I think, running in. And then up to our road there. So it looks like we're gaining access. Now, we do kind of want the owners of the restaurant to be up here as well. Maybe they've got like a little office building. So if we go to residential, Era 2, perhaps that's massive. We want this one. Era B, even. Residential. That's a nice little building, isn't it? To have out there somewhere. Somewhere out here. Could you imagine the view out of that top room? That would be absolutely wonderful, wouldn't it? We hold shift and we... There we go. Just plonk it down there. That'll be fine. There we go. So there's like the offices. And this is the little restaurant. I guess we should get some little tables of some sort in here, shouldn't we? I don't know where they are, though. I'll find... Ooh, what's that? A little open sign? Oh, yes. I love that. This doesn't seem very flat all of a sudden, or is it just the shadows throwing me off? I think it's just the shadows. Hunting. I'm going to do some hunting. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got them, guys. The tables. These look lovely. We may need to extend our little seating area a little bit, but we can just stick these in like that, can't we? There we go. And then we've got these as well, little carousels to put at the top. Umbrellas. What do we have? We could have... Are they about in the middle? It's really hard to see, isn't it? One there. One there. Is that about right? Close enough. And then that one in the middle. There we go. Does that look alright? It's pleasant, isn't it? I forgot to tell you, I changed this over. We now have the no collision version, which is lovely. So we can do things like that. I've been wanting to do that for the longest time. Oh, this is it. Awnings. Let's have a little awning just up there. Which one do we have? Not those. Those. I think that will be nice. We do want to kind of get it as lined up as possible. Don't want it too skew-whiffy. But at the well, that's too much. At the same time, you're not going to be really looking at this, are you, from any time? Maybe if you go and have a look at the save, you can mess around with it. There we go, that's pleasant. Do we like that? I mean, I think these are for the sides, aren't they? But lining those up doesn't quite work. Leave it, Grand. Leave it. You don't need to do that. That's nice. I like that. We could paint this little section out a little better. Drop the size of this brush down and just paint it out around here a little better. There we go. Lovely. Lovely. In fact, we'll have a little path area down there. I would like it to be straighter if possible. Trying to get the straight edge with this is ridiculous. But there we go. We've got a little area. Do we have some sort of jetty thing? That would be kind of nice. I don't know how that'll work with this, but what's this one? Gangway. There we go. Nice long one. We could always put it in the side here. Don't submerge it. It'll be pointless. If we just put it there and there, people can walk out, can't they? Into the middle for whatever reason. Feed the ducks that we don't have. I mean, it's a bit underground here, but our precision has... Ooh, not that. What have you done? Control Z. It doesn't work. We could actually make this not sand. Make this a bit dirty. Do I like that? Not really. It doesn't make much sense, does it? Gravel? Bit of gravel down there to the side? Yes, possibly. It probably makes a better... We don't need it all gravel though, Grand. You've gone crazy now. Put some grass back. Right, take the strength down. Just on the edges. Wrong grass. Just at the sides here. It was a bit too much, wasn't it? I went a little too crazy. Some of it can be grass. It doesn't all need to be weedless. Why won't you get rid of that grass? Get rid of it. It wouldn't get rid of it. It just wouldn't. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, no, that works. At first it looked a bit iffy, but it's okay now. I wish I could do something about that, but I don't know, you kind of walk down into it, don't you? Where's this water coming from? I guess it's just accumulating down here. We could paint this a little better though. I would like that. This brush instead. I would like some more rock around here instead of too much grass. Just round the edges. Drop the strength down a touch. A little bit out here. A little bit out there where we deleted back and we got grass back. And then we'll get this rock one just to take some of the shininess off. There we go. It's all starting to come together now. Pleasant. Now it's looking like it's... Was it always supposed to be there? It's meant to be there, isn't it? There we go. Tidy that up. You have to remember this isn't real water. So if you get carried away, you end up with rock halfway in. But as you can see, as we get round the edges here, it does look like the rocks are going underwater. Which is rather pleasant. And exactly how we want it to look. There we go. I don't know where the water's coming from though. It looks pleasant, doesn't it? I like that. We could have a little fence here because that's possibly a little on the dangerous side. I wasn't supposed to do this today, guys. What am I doing? Why are you doing this, Graham? Because it's enjoyable. Yeah, no, I was absolutely not supposed to be doing this today. Anyway, right, where can we have this fence? Down here. We'll have it something like this to stop people getting too carried away. And we can bring it up to the side of the house there. There we go. Finish that. Safety. Safety. You still go down there if you really want to slide all the way down there. What have I done here? I think I got a bit carried away with my terrain tooling. Can we get rid of that? That's not right. There we go. What are you using? Not that one. Just smooth that out a bit. In fact, we could maybe smooth this. We got so much money, guys. Dear oh dear. I've been wanting to smooth this hard edge out for the longest time. There is something I want to do here as well, but I think that's enough detailing for one day. Where's our... It's probably been and gone, Grand. It's probably been and gone, mate. You've lost it. Anyway, this is looking pleasant. We're not done with it. I need to find our train. Where is it? Please don't be all the... There you are. Perfect. Well, that kind of works for me, because what we're going to do is manage vehicles and we'll duplicate you. There we go. We now have train 10 coming the other way. Did it pick up the perfect split? Of course it did, Grand, because you read the comments, and they told you where you messed up. And there you go. It does work absolutely perfectly. I can't thank you enough for that. I really can't. You guys are amazing. I got a little bit forest for the trees moment again. Apt. Right. Back down here. I do want to finish this off. I want to do something down here. Like an inlet of some sort. If we do something like this, our viaducty tools, and perhaps that'll do. We just bring it up like that, stick it into the side. That could be where the waters are running through the mountains, perhaps. And if we get that one, that's pleasant. We can delete back underneath it so there's no grass. Stick that there. We can make it a little bit smaller. Then you can just stick that there. It looks like it's coming in from under the mountain. Where's it going? Nobody knows. I mean, we could have it like that, or try and draw a stream all the way down. I don't fancy that much. There is some fancy painting tools all the way down here. We have foam. Foam, I don't know the difference between the two. Foam 1 and foam 2. Brush size all the way down. How does it look? Probably not how I want it to look. It's alright though, isn't it? We could paint it out like that. It's not pleasant. It's a bit shiny. What about that one? I don't know what the difference is. I mean, it looks alright. It just looks like it's spilling milk out into our lake now. Perhaps we can tidy that up. I'm experimenting with you. That's generally not a good idea. You're supposed to just come on and be awesome. Instead, we're making a bit of a pig's ear of our lovely lake. It's not like we can't delete it afterwards if we don't like it. Right, now get back to... Not terrain tools. Get back to here. What do we have? Blue, green. Fresh, still, low. High. We want very high if possible. High will do. And just get the brush size up a little bit. Can we just get rid of... No, it doesn't want to do it properly. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know. We'll leave it in there. We don't need it inside there, though. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, come on. Just like that. That's pleasant. I mean, we sort of get the idea that it's coming out of somewhere. I mean, it sort of works. We don't have enough finesse, is my problem, when I try to paint these things. But, and it's not animated. I mean, if you wanted to be cheesy, you could find an asset such as... Where were they? They were in here somewhere. Was it these? Yeah. No, it was in here. I'll show you where it is. We had a fountain. Alright, I found our fountain. Right, you could do something cheesy like this. Now, bear with me. This is not how... We're not doing this, but you could, right, if you wanted to. There we go. Okay, I'm having a moment. Get rid of that, please. But you could. I mean, there are ways to possibly get that done. I'll leave that in there. It's not great. What do you think? Is it nice? It's kind of nice. I like it. Anyway, we want this road, I think. We're just going to bring this out the back here. Now, at the moment, it's doing that, but we can paint that up a little bit. Once we've gone up and met the road. Let's have a look at our road here. Right, I'm going to get rid of this dip in the road. Pause it. You have vehicles running down here. I want to create a straight section for our little junction. So we're going to bring this round here, keep it flat, and then we can head off that way down to our little restaurant. There we go. Lovely. Well, that hill's going to block our view, isn't it, of our beautiful little restaurant? I don't like that. Can we not do that? Yeah, I don't like that. Can we move that? Go from there and just dig into here. I know, spend all your money, Grand. I will. We'll get that gone. Beautiful. Right, then we can smooth it out a touch. Just so we can see it from a bit of a distance. We're never going to see it. We're never going to be on there. We're going to have to make a point now of heading up here to see this. Alright, you can sort of see it now from the road. Isn't that nice? It's quaint, to channel my inner Vicky there. It definitely is very quaint. I would certainly stop there for something to eat. Oh, that I thought it was going to crash then and it didn't, and that made me all sorts of happy. Right, let's make it look like it's supposed to be. That's a little better, isn't it? Nice. Here we go. This section's probably not very safe, is it? Shall we tidy that? Oh, it touched my water. Shall we tidy this up a little bit? Assets. Let's get our fence tool. Put the finishing touches at the top of the road here. We want something like that, I would say. Oh, you've not got it on line. Try that again. Yeah, we could just have something like this running along the side. There we go. Pleasant. Like that. That'll do. There we go, guys. I'll hide it and unpause it. We've still got that tool selected. I'll also close that. It's alright. We need some people in there. I mean, there's a few little touches. We need some cars. But, yeah, considering how that did look, I don't mind that at all. It's just more of an example. That was supposed to be an example of how you could do a lake. None of this should have happened. I don't know what I was doing there. Our trucks will appreciate it. Anybody driving... Oh, every time I go to look at somebody driving by. Now there's nobody for miles. Quick. Oh, you've hidden the UI. You're not going to see anything. Oh, you can't see... Yes, you can. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, you're lovely. Yeah, you'll see it better from coming this way. Truck's looking a bit beat up. Anyway, we have 2 trains running this now. We're probably still not going to meet demand by a long shot. It is perfectly balanced though now. We've only got a rate of 181. We might need to add a couple more on here. Let's manage this vehicle. I'm sure it won't make much difference to the rating. We can double check. Let's go to details. These do mean something. And when I get around to making the experiment videos, you'll see they're not quite accurate, but you can take them as a rough guide. And they're that accurate. Rough guide. An estimate. Yeah, they can manage it just fine. It's interesting, not enough power. We know what that means though. But that's because they don't quite have the tractive effort, which is what it's taking that from. We don't need to worry about that though. It's not, although it is obviously calculated, there are repercussions to not having enough tractive effort. In most use cases, you won't see it. We'll add it another couple of cars. I think we'll be okay with that. 420. As long as we add 2 at a time, we'll be absolutely fine. Train 8's on the way there, right? We'll have to wait until he's fully unloaded. Ooh, where are you waiting? Let's go and have a look. There's our train. I'll leave you as a ride on the other one. Train 10. I love that it says Simplon on the side. Who are you waiting for exactly? I'm keen to know now. Ooh. Really? Train 10. Oh, Train 10's already dropped off. Have you really? You have. Wait a minute. That's Train 8. Click on Train 10. Details. Have you dropped off? No, you haven't. Oh, you must have went that way first. Well, that kind of works, I guess. What were you waiting for? I don't know what you were waiting for. What were you waiting for? You got confused, I think. Yeah, like they were waiting for each other and yet the line's clear for both of them. There might be a reason. They should be okay. Luckily what is that? Tanker towboat. They're kind of cool, aren't they? Anyway, yes, they're dropping off. We might have to lengthen them a little more. Once he's dropped off, we can do that. Do you like it? Do you like this? I hope you do. I do. It was a bit of fun, wasn't it? Something different today. I went ahead and I put these on as well. There you go, guys. A little bit of safety in the mountain. Is it nice? Now, there was a bit of an avalanche here, as you can see, so we replaced it with different fence. You can see that it hasn't quite grown back either. The dangers you face living out here. In fact, that tree would have been taken down and wouldn't have grown back, would it? No, or that one. I don't know. I did actually delete this and put this in with that very story in mind, and I almost forgot to tell you all about it because I got carried away with our little river up there. I think this is a little nicer now, don't you? Well, I wanted to fit so much in today. I really did. But it's not like the series has to end anytime soon. I hope you're all enjoying Switzerland. I am, more than I thought I would. I was, most of you know, I was very hesitant about starting a mountain map. But it turned out alright. And it's only going to get better, I think, as we extend our line. We were supposed to extend a bit of a line today as well. It's safe to say we're not doing that. How is the steel pickup now? I'm going to say we're probably not keeping up with it. What are your power ratings? Because we might be able to... Yeah, well, you're not really doing any mountain climbing at all, are you? In fact, we have that other crocodile, don't we? We could maybe switch it for the German version and make this a bit longer. I think we can get away with making it longer regardless. What sort of rates have we got down here now? Let's see what you can see. There we go. There's our... How many trains? Total, we've got 7 trains over 4 lines. I like the colours, very pleasant. Reminds me of the colours used in Mastermind, the game, if anybody remembers that. The little board game where you put pegs in. I loved that game. Wow, that was a blast from the past. Anywho, we'll do some line balancing as we set this up, and but I do think steel is going to have a much needed upgrade. Right, our train's coming in. We need to grab this once it's unloaded, as we're going to extend it by a couple of wagons like we did the other one. It's not going to make the greatest amount of difference, but the more we can squeeze on, the better. But we don't want to go too long. At the same time, we do want to have a good ratio between loco to wagon. That's the way you make the most money. We might need 3 or 4 of these on. I'd prefer not to have that many. I'd make them longer before duplicating them too much. Probably 3, and then see what we can get away with. Anyway, finances, how much did you make? Now it's dropped down to, well, I'm going to say dropped down, but 13.4 million from 26.3. Is that about half? It's not far off, is it? No. A little over half, which is what we said. Perfect. Perfect. Right. But also, the running costs have been slashed as well. Okay, we'll manage this vehicle. This is obviously not the most efficient way of doing this. You would throw these wagons on at the very last minute. I guess if you were really min-maxing, you would take the wagons off, run it back just as a loco. But the empties have to go somewhere. And that's how we're playing it. Right, 1, 2, 420. Get on there. Where's our other one? Train 10. You should be making your way down now. Raymond, Train 10. I know, not very good names. We are going to be naming them at some point. Have I forgot anything today? We didn't even do the signals. We didn't even do the signals. Can I quickly just fit one in, or should we save that? Now that we know we're there, we'll start with that, guys, because I'd like a little bit of a mountain ride this time. Heading down. You're already looking beaten up. We've not had you on for long. Is it looking the part out here? I think so. It really is, yeah. Of course they are. We can see most of them. Oh, I love this map. I love this map. Alright, we're on board. Will we get some smoothness? Because we've been playing and we've been messing about with mods and scenery. That's been an interesting one. I don't know exactly what I did there. We kind of made a bit of scenery, a puddle in the mountains, and put a house next to it. I hope this edits into some sort of decent length video. There was a bit of editing involved. I'm just going to say that. but hopefully I've given myself enough run over to sort that out. It was nice though. I think it turned out all right. Here's something we need to... Ooh, do you know... No, we're not done. And you thought we were done. We've been meaning to upgrade this to a double track all the way, haven't we? For the longest time. Keeps getting put off repeatedly. So what we're going to do, add a second bridge. We're going to keep this one here, existing line in. And we are going to... We could put one of the new signals in just so you can take a look. Not put ballast in because that doesn't make much sense. We are going to put this in. The wiggle is unnecessary. So we're going to redo this little section here. And we're going to have this as the leading inside track. Like that. With a bit more of a curve so we can keep some speed up. And we're going to take the little wiggle out of this as well. And we're going to give that a better run up like so. You don't need a tunnel. There we go. We've got a bit more of a gentle turn into there now. So we shouldn't lose as much speed. Now what we need to do is somehow make a nice bit of track here. We want to double track it, but we want a gap so that we can have a different style of bridge here. So is this perfectly straight? It's not. This is going to make this task rather tricky. So we'll go from there. And if we hold shift, we can just go off here. This is my plan. Now, as long as we get roughly the same height, it should look the business. Oh, but now you've messed it up, friend. Perfect. We need to head this one out a touch and then come back in. Right, is that almost perfect? We are going down quite steep there, aren't we? And then we'll need to do something similar over here. And then when we go to arc it, I'm hoping it just looks the part. Let's fingers crossed, shall we? Right, now this one needs to be heading up, I'm going to say. Is it up? Yeah, it might be up. Get it about level. It's very steep, isn't it? Get that down a little more. There we go. Bring that to about there. Now, will you make a bridge and stay separate? Perfect. We obviously don't want it like that. As interesting as that is, yeah, I almost ended it there, and I've been meaning to do this forever. We're going to have something down here. We have those, but we could have something a little more modern, not that. I mean, that's pleasant. Not quite what we want, though. We're missing the feet, aren't we? Would it be something... Come on, we'll find something. I mean, that's nice, but we have to draw our own legs in then. I'm hoping for something that has... Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. That's also nice. Ooh, the nice dark one. I'm tempted, guys. This dark one. Yeah, that dark green. Then we've got two different bridges. Do we like that? 75 we do around here. We can tidy up the other side once we've got the bridge in. There we go. I'll take that. Let's tidy this up a little bit around here. It should be very nice once we're done. We go into there like that. Tidy that up. Better. There we go. We split into two bridges. I like this bit that's going on where you can see a bit of the other bridge. That bit's looking okay. And then we can just link up with that. And we'll take a look at the new signals on this little section here. Right, we'll hit play and we'll jump on it. Well, no, pause it and then we can go over the bridge, you plonker. Right, these ones down... No, narrow bridge. They have one especially for narrow bridges. That's amazing. Right, we want these, I think, is what we want. Yes, I believe it's these. I don't know what the NF and stuff is for, but we're not using them for French railways. We're kind of just grabbing them for our needs. There we go. But it gives you an idea of how the signals are going to look for us. They do look quite similar to the ones around Switzerland, so I'm definitely willing to accept them, considering they're on the correct side as well. We're missing some signals on the other side. What we'll do later, or what we'll do when we come back next time out, is we'll have a look at the gantry versions as well, and I'll show you how to build those. For now, don't they look the business? Oh, I see. Maybe that's for narrow bridge. Should we double check rather than just guessing? We'll take a look at the narrow bridge, see if that helps the base of it. What does it do? Oh, I think it does. Look at that. I mean, it's a different it's a different signal, but it is, yeah, narrow bridge. Oh, I like that. That's handy. I think we'll leave that in there for something different. What do you think? I like the little wire guards on the side, the meshes. There we go. Look at what it puts on the track, guys. Oh, that's not pleasant though, is it? That could cause some serious damage to the underside of a train. They don't sit quite right. No, they don't sit level with the track. They're not really designed for hills. Does the other one sit like that? We might have to use that instead. I never noticed that when I was messing with these. This one, maybe. We could always tidy up the side, or is that ramping off as well? Oh, that's ramping off as well. So you can only really have these on flat sections. Oh, just leave it in. Just leave it in. We'll suspend disbelief at the moment. Right. Let's get on board and ignore them things sticking up. Let's try that outro again. That has been episode... I don't know what episode it is. I think we're coming up to... there we go. We've got a green signal. We're coming up to... Oh, that is dangerous. Did you see it? We're coming up to the same amount of episodes as the Midwest Main Line. And we're going to be going far beyond that. I like this, the two separate bridges. It's a little bit of a shame on the extra bits to the signal there. I don't know what we can do about that. I might have to play around with the different signal types. Perhaps there are some that are designed for steep slopes that don't have sticky up bits. I don't know what to call them. I don't know what to call them. They remind me of the AWS magnets and things. Anyway, did you all enjoy that? Is it something a bit different? We'll play with some more signals on flat bits of track when we come back. We're going to be doing a lot of re-signaling. So I won't change all the signals for next time. I'll wait until the following episode I'll go and once we've had a look at different variations of signaling, and we'll do that, and then maybe we'll put some of those new trucks on that I can't pronounce. But this train seems to be handling it. I'll leave you with once again a little bit of a train ride, except we've got a bit different connection going on, or a bit different diverting going on through is it Brig? I forgot the name of the city, you terrible man. Brig, I'm going to say Brig. Through Brig Station. Right, and on that note, oh dear. Oh, you got the giggles. This is a terrible outro. Until next time, take care.